Tuloy-tuloy lang ang daan ng mga balita, mga kapatid. Isa siya sa mga tumatakbong independent candidate sa pagkasenador ngayong 2013. At isa sa mga akusado niya ay ang pagbuwag sa mga political dynasty sa bansa.
Para sa kanya, ang paglaban sa mga political dynasty ay paraan para itaguyod ang tunay na demokrasya sa bansa.
Magandang gabi po at welcome sa andar ng mga balita, Ginoong Ricardo Penson, sir.
Hi, good evening, Martin.
Sir, good evening. Welcome to the show.
How are you?
Sir, ang sabi niyo po ay kung sakaling kayo maging senador, kayo ay magtatrabaho, ang inyong tatrabahoy ng batas para ma-abolish ang political dynasties. At sinabi niyo rin na handa kayong mag-resign bilang senador pag hindi ito naipasa sa 2016.
That's right. Yung batas talaga, hindi naman naniniwala kami hindi kailangan. Nakalatag na to sa ating saligang batas. Yung Article 2, Section 26. No? Ang pinaglalaban namin ngayon, yung as defined by law is actually the limitations of the definition of political dynasty, not the implementation. But for the last 25 years, Congress has decided to create the spin that the implementation is also delayed because of the definition of the limitation of the political dynasty.
Are you really confident, sir, na papasa itong batas ito sa loob po ng 6 na taon na panunungkulan?
Kaya. Hindi naman na kailangan nga yung batas dahil nasa saligang batas na. And Teresa should know that as a fundamental law of the land. Pag ito na-ratify ng mga taong bayan, which was ratified in the biggest plebiscite ever held in our country, ito batas na ginawa ng taong bayan. Yung mga ginawa nating kinatawan sa Kongreso, for them to create their own spin, sabihin nila, hindi, walang implementing law. Merong mga rulings ng Supreme Court natin na sinabi nila na hindi pwede na ang provision ng ating saligang batas maghihintay ng implementing or enabling law by Congress, because if they sit on it, then nothing will happen to it. It becomes a dead provision, which is not the intention of the framers of the Constitution, nor the people that ratified it.
That's a very interesting take on the whether or not self-executory yung provision na yun sa Constitution. But really, my question, sir, is bukod sa pagkontra sa political dynasty, which is your #1 item sa platform ninyo, ano pa po ang balak niyong dalhin sa Senado?
Well, yung basic, we should really go back to basics. No? Kasi kung pag-aaralan natin yung nangyari sa ating bansa for the last 25 years, kikita natin, ang dami na talagang pondong dumaan sa ating pamahalaan. Pero ito hindi nagastos ng karapat-dapat. Yung ating Legislative Research Fund noong 1987, naging PDAF, naging CDF, naging PDAF na, naging 24 billion a year na. And this is as we the people found out just a few days ago. A mere certification on a member of Congress's letterhead is sufficient for COA to say it's spent. This is a waste of money, and it should all be revisited. Tapos pag tingnan natin dito yung mga kinakailangan natin gawin para sa ating mga contract workers, para sa ating mga small and medium enterprise, yung pinagmamalaki natin na 7.1 or average of 6.6 GDP. Alam naman natin, it's all artificially created because the first 2 years of this administration, they kept the money. They saved the money because they were reviewing the projects. No new projects were really implemented. So when you have a liquidity that big and you have a cash flow that big, it creates a different signal. So the rating agencies would say, okay, well, there's growth, which is artificial because it did not trickle down to the people that need it.
Ang una po at ang Liberal Party nagsimula ng mga kampanya, malalaking partido. Ano po ba ang estratehiya ninyo, sir, sa inyong pangampanya?
Well, magandang punto yun. Pero linawin natin, yung bang una, yung bang LP, ano ba sila? May opposition ba dyan? Sa tingin ko, sila-sila na lang. Kaya kami nag-file ng candidacy was because administration party cannot even complete a slate of 12 out of 96 qualified Filipinos, 96 million qualified Filipinos. The opposition can only field 7. That's 3 common candidates na ngayon nag-aawayan pa kung sinong pupunta sa ang entablado. All of this has to be considered by the people. Kaya kami, ang ginawa namin kakampihan, taong bayan. I think 99% of our people are not really represented in our Congress. At kung iilang pamilya lamang ang pipiliin natin sa ating Kongreso at hindi sila sang-ayon sa kagustuhan mo, wala ka ng kakampi. So, nag-tie up kami, Sanlakas, Partido Lakas ng Masa, para yung grassroots information magawa.
So I was gonna ask you kung pag sinasabi nyo kami, sino kayo? Sanlakas? Sino pa ba?
Partido Lakas ng Masa. Tapos meron pa dyan yung mga ibang party list groups like the OFW party list group, the One BAP, and
So magkasama kayo?
Yeah.
Saan nyo po kunin yung pondo, sir?
Well, ako, naniniwala ako na hindi kami dapat tumanggap ng special interest funding. Kasi kung ganitong klaseng laban ang gusto naming ialok, no? Ganitong paninindigan, hindi ka pwedeng may strings attached.
Yes.
Dito sa Pilipinas, for the last 25 years, dahil nga ang Kongreso natin from 11% lumaganap na yung political dynasties to 70%. Pati tuloy sa negosyo, sa kalakal dito sa atin, kasi yun na contact nila, mas madali na kausap. So what happened? In the last 25 years, we created 3 conglomerates for a nation of 100 million people. This is not sufficient. Growth will not be absorbed by just 3 conglomerates. Kailangan niya ibaba talaga sa taong bayan.
Sir, marami kayo nabanggit tungkol sa platform and dun sa campaign ninyo, but a little bit about yourself naman. Tell us, educational background, para marami kayo alam sa business. Business major ba kayo, sir?
Yeah, well, I attended San Beda College. I got a BBA degree from University of Cincinnati. This was after I left the Philippines on a self-exile dahil inisyon kami ng aso ni Ponce Enrile noong 1978. So, tapos noon, I focused on business after I got back here after the People Power Revolution. At pinag-aralan namin talaga kung anong mga kailangan baguhin sa Pilipinas. One thing I learned though is that what you learn in business school overseas is not applicable in the Philippines.
Talaga po, hindi po.
Here, business is done on who you know is where you go. And that's the honest truth. People should know it. At this point in time in our history, people should just tell the truth. I mean, tell the people the truth. So at least we know how to adjust. Alam natin kung anong dapat baguhin sa sarili natin, sa lipunan. It should all be changed now. Tama yung program nyo, pagbabago. 2013.
Pagbabago, talagang
2013.
pagbabago. More personal questions siguro. Hobbies, things that you do on your free time? I'm sure.
I fly.
Cebu Pacific o Pal?
No, I'm a licensed pilot.
Wow.
I'm trying to train now on helicopters. So
Okay.
Very interesting.
I used to race cars.
Wow.
Sir, ito, I'm just curious, no? Ilang taon na po ba kayo ulit, sir?
60.
How do you keep your idealism at the age of 60?
Well, I kept my friendship with the activist friends. No, I used to be with Kabataan Makabayan in college, and then I was in the anti-Marcos movement. Tapos I have good business friends also, like the chairman of the Philippine Chamber. They're good friends. Eddie Rosas, your former president, yes, of TV5, is our treasurer in the companies. Pero nung pumasok na yung isang conglomerate doon sa aming negosyo, hindi mo naman ma-enjoy yung mga pinaghirapan mo dahil makikita mo talaga, totoo yung UN study na 42% of our families don't even know where to get the next meal. Kaya kahit anong sabihin ng mga trapo na matatalino ang ating botante, kung hindi nila alam kung saan sila kukuha ng hapunan ng kanilang pamilya, yung alok ng 500 o 1,000 na kukurap mo, tatanggapin talaga. Yun ang mga kailangan baguhin natin.
So 42% of the
Of the
population.
families in our country are hungry. They don't know where to get the next meal.
Okay, ito Mr. Penso, ito po ang paantarang portion ng ating interview. Simpleng yes or no lang po ang sagot, sir. Handa na po ba kayo?
Okay.
Let's do it! Anti-Apple bill, yes,
Yes.
or no? Yes. Divorce.
Yes.
Same-sex marriage.
Conditional. It has to be at least based on a registered partnership.
Okay, anti-political dynasty bill.
Yes, of course.
Pagrepaso ng oil deregulation law.
Pag-iisipan natin ang pag-aralan ng mabuti.
Pagpapalaya sa elepante ng Manila Zoo na si Mali.
dapat siguro humingi ng tayong kontribusyon sa mga taong bayan natin, tulungan si Mali. Huwag na natin alisin sa Manila Zoo.
House arrest kay CGMA.
Yes.
Pork barrel.
No.
Pag-aarmas ng mga gwardiya sa mall.
Yes.
Freedom of Information Bill.
Yes.
Teka muna, sabi ko yes or no, pero nung pag-aarmas ng mga gwardiya sa mall, medyo napaisip ko yun.
Nag-pause talaga
Ba't nag-pause kayo?
Kasi yung ating kapulisan, kailangan i-professionalize muna natin. Kadalasan, pag may lumalapit na pulis, lalo natatakot ang taong bayan, imbis na you feel secured pag nandyan yung pulis. Pag na-professionalize na natin, siguro hindi na kailangan magkaroon ng baril ang mga gwardiya sa mall.
On that note, maraming salamat po, sir.
Salamat.
Sana huwag po kayo magsasawa.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Ricardo
Good luck.
Pinson po, tumatakbong senador ng Republika ng Pilipinas. Iba na raw ang mukha ng eleksyon sa probinsya ng Maguindanao.